My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC picks and DraftKings lineups run by professional fighters and MMA insiders. Every week, I join Nick Newell, professional fighter, professional model, and ESPN Top 10 guest, along with Dan Kramer, UFC fighter, Bellator fighter, Ultimate Fighter alumni, and Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. And we break down every single fight, the betting odds, the DraftKings picks, and we set you up for success. This week, we're breaking down UFC 258, Usman versus Burns. Next up on UFC 258, Usman versus Burns, we have what is probably, actually definitely, the most lopsided fight of the entire card, according to the odds, according to the prices, and according to jiu-jitsu math. So we have Rodolfo Vieira versus Anthony Hernandez. For anybody who doesn't know, Rodolfo Vieira is one of the best jiu-jitsu people on planet Earth at his weight class. There's pretty much nobody better, and he is fighting a primary grappler. Anthony Hernandez is also a very good grappler. But we've talked about this before. There are levels to this. We have a very good grappler versus a best in the world grappler. I can't imagine you guys are going to disagree with me, but Nick, you're a bit of a BJJ nerd at times. How do you see this going? I mean, anything that I didn't mention that you see here?
Rodolfo.
Yeah,
that's it. We're talking about Rodolfo. You look at someone like Rodolfo, and he's up there with the Damian Maias, probably better, more accomplished, and he's fighting a guy that's not a type of wrestler to keep it on his feet. And Rodolfo is physically superior. His striking actually isn't bad. I took one of his seminars before he came. We have the same jiu-jitsu affiliation, GF team, at my gym as Rodolfo. So he was in town. He gave a seminar. He's not a small guy, and he's gonna get it done, and it's gonna be by submission, and it's gonna be in the first round, and either that or ground and pound or something. So yeah, he's in my lineup. I don't think you have to really say much more than that.
Yep. I'm assuming we'll all agree, but I'll work up the line here. Dan, anything to add to that?
Yeah, no, I think Rodolfo is going to win this fight. I may put him in my lineup. I'm in between two big high value fighters, whether I want to put, and one would be a risk because it involves the main event. So we'll save that for later. But the one thing that has me a little bit apprehensive about Rodolfo is his cardio. You know, his last couple fights, when it's gone to the second round, you could tell he was tired. I mean, if he gets the takedown early and gets on top, he's going to submit this guy, and that's what should happen. But I will say, you know, Hernandez he's got a little wild man in him, and sometimes that helps you in matchups like this where you're a heavy underdog. You know, he throws big strikes. He's a little wild. It looks like he's got some decent cardio. He went 5 rounds with Brendan Allen in 2018. But then all of a sudden, as I'm starting to, you know, get scared away and thinking he's got a chance, then I saw he got submitted by Marcus Perez 3 fights ago. So if he got submitted by Marcus Perez, Rodolfo will submit him if they get on the ground. So the pick for sure is Rodolfo. Not sure if I'm going to put him in my DraftKings lineup right now. I'm in between him and Usman, and we'll get to that later on. But yeah, we'll see. I think he's going to win the fight, though, and I think he should get a sub or a ground and pound.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob, you played golf, so why don't you give us your technical jiu-jitsu analysis on this fight and let us know who you think will win?
Right, and you're muscular like him too, so you know how when you're that muscular over time, it affects your cardio, and sometimes being that muscular can hurt you in a 3-round fight or an 18-hole golf match.
I'll tell you, Dan, when I started researching this, I didn't know. I saw the name Rodolfo. I Googled it, and I thought that was a picture of me. I honestly did. I saw it on Google, and I was like, why is my picture showing up under his name? Yeah, I agree with you guys. I have in my notes here that I take down. I have my notes next to me. For Rodolfo, I have takedown, takedown, takedown written 3 times. Because not only is he a jiu-jitsu guy, but to me, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, his takedowns look fantastic as well. Because we've mentioned before in the past that sometimes those jiu-jitsu guys can't get takedowns. And if you can't get takedowns, you know, what's the point in your jiu-jitsu? But this guy looks like he can take people down. Then I started researching Anthony Hernandez. And in my notes, I wish I could put this on screen. It just says, uh-oh. So I have takedown, takedown, takedown for Rodolfo, and Anthony's notes are because it's going to do, it's exactly what you guys said. It's a grappler with a world-class grappler, and Rodolfo takes this easy, and he's in my lineup.
Yeah, not too much to go over here, but you know,
I will say. No, I will say that the 400. If I was a bet man, I would take that 400. Should be 800 probably. Honestly, I think it was 400. That's good odd. That's good betting odds for somebody as heavily favored as we think he is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's not a bad point. I mean, you always talk about your lock of the week. For some reason, you always pick an underdog. Or in this case, I think this is the lock of the week. In no world do I see this going any other direction. Before you go, check out the description below. In there, we have links to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, and more importantly, to our DraftKings League. Check out the league, join the league, participate in the contests, and as we get going and as you start winning, we're going to start handing out gift cards and participating and doing things like that. So check those out. Every week, there are drops on every fight card. So make sure you check out this channel and our social media on Saturday before the fights start so that you have our most updated lineups and picks.